What's up, guys? Back in me here with Foster, Season 3, Episode 2, Father's Day. Okay, so this episode starts off with this episode starts off with Stephanie and Callie. Yeah, this episode starts off with Stephanie and they're them having this like contractor trying to fix their leaky, trying to fix the pipes that burst last episode, which I didn't mention, but it happened. And yeah, so Callie is talking. So Callie and Jude are talking, and Callie's talking with Sophia about, and Callie's like, "Are you okay?" And Sophia's just tired of people asking her that question, and she's just been on her meds, so it's making her irritated. So she talks about if Callie's in love with AJ, but yeah. So she gets a call from AJ, and AJ's like, he's in juvie for tagging, and she's like, Callie, go to Oceanside. So yeah. So basically, so Callie and Jude are eating breakfast when Callie mentioned how she and Sophia are spending time with her dad Robert, and Jude's like, you call he's your dad, but you call him Robert, and, and he's like, can I invite Donald to the Father's Day? And she's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And he's like, because he's my dad. And she's like, and he's like, Robert's your dad. Robert's your dad. Why can't he hang out with his? And she's like, actually, Robert wants a relationship with her. Donald just said, and walked away. And Jude's like, why do you hate him so much? And she's like, cause he killed their mom. And he's like, it was an accident. Kylie's like, drug driving isn't an accident. And she's like, so yeah, for some reason, Kylie just went from liking Donald last season to now for some reason not liking him. I guess. So yeah, and she's like, be surprised when he doesn't show up. So yeah. So Callie goes to, so we see Brandon at Wild, and Kat, she's being herself, or she doesn't like Brandon's piece, and she's like, it's Jejun, whatever that means, and and so yeah, so yeah, she doesn't like his piece, so Tony's like, hey, bro, you come to this party where Kat's there, and she's like, hey, Brandon, let's do tequila shots. So, and she also says that they're fun, and so yeah, she's like, yeah, let's have fun. We're going to Disney Hall. So when Brandon wakes up, he overslept, and this gives Kat perfect opportunity to say, she's like, did you rewrite your fugue? And he's like, I didn't get a chance to finish it. And she's like, this is his problem. She needs a new partner that is very into this program. So basically, I think she used Brandon. I think she and Tony or herself got Brandon to go to that party so she could make so she could make so she could get Brandon drunk and then make an excuse for Brandon for Brandon for Brandon like do it for Brandon so she would have a new partner. So it's kind of a not cool move. So yeah. So Connor and Connor's dad come over, and he's like Jude's dad doesn't know he's gay, and he's like, and he's very okay with it, but yeah. So yeah, so so Adam, that's Connor's dad, and Donald pretty hit it off about how they used to be both in the commercial business, how Donald doesn't live in North Park anymore, and about how he got his own place, which is so yeah. But good for Donald, but yeah, good for Donald. So yeah, so yeah, so yeah. Um, um, anyway, yeah. Well, anyway. So yeah, so Callie gives Robert a picture, and she's like, "Dad," and it's just like, yeah. So she's like, and she gives him a picture of, you know. So yeah, so Callie gives Robert, so yeah, gives Robert this picture of, so yeah, so yeah, yeah. So 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 Callie and Seth go to Jude to talk with AJ, and AJ's like, AJ's like, he wants to find his brother. They're supposed to go to Arizona, but he never showed. And he's like, what if he went to Arizona without you? And he wouldn't just do that. So Mike goes to talk to, and he's like, he's like, he's a good kid. He's just, he's like, you're thinking of fostering him? And she's like, Steph's like, no. And she's like, Mike, we want you to foster AJ. Good job for Mike. So yeah, Mike deserves this. So Brandon is so tired out. Brandon comes home. Mike says he looks like crap or something, but he looks tired out. So he's like, hey, he needs to go. Tired. He's tired, so he goes to sleep. And while Brandon falls asleep, Mike asks him if he would be allowed to foster someone. But Brandon doesn't give him an answer because he falls asleep as soon as Mike answers the question. Not because he's tired, not because he's bored, just because he's tired. So anyway, Mike goes talk to AJ. AJ gives a background about how his mom is sick, and she's in an institution, and his dad's dead. Kind of a little dark that his dad's dead, but his grandma, she has dementia, and she's in a she would take care of them, but she got dementia. So that's why they got put into the foster system. So when Callie comes home, one day, she's like AJ's gonna be being fostered by Mike. Until then, he's gonna live with the foster. So yeah, Mariana is is okay, but she's not knowing that she was so anyway, yeah, Jude gets confronted by Callie. Selena accidentally tells that Jude the whole school knows Jude's gay, and he's like, who got you? And Connor's like, he doesn't know, but he does know. It's Taylor. So yeah, so he basically confront Don, basically like, hey, you have a problem with being you have a problem with your son being gay? no, I just don't want him to get bullied by it. And he's like, what about your son? He's like, I don't want him to get bullied. I just want Jude to know who he is. And yeah, so while they're walking, Callie meets up. Yeah, Robert and Sophia, Robert and Joe are separating. Sophia thought they were getting rid of her, but no, they're actually separating. That's why they would stop talking every time she would enter a room, because they were separating, splitting up, but they're not divorcing. so Cal, so Cal, so yeah, so yeah, so so Jude's like, hey, this is Donald, and Donald just leaves, and he's like, in case you forgot, Donald was there for you when Robert wasn't. So yeah, so Jude smacks him, says to Callie, actually, and he's like, Jude, you're right. I was there when Donald was there when, and she's like, he's also the reason why her mom's dead, and he's like, it was an accident. Even though he's out of jail, he still has to live with the regret of doing it, and even though he's having, I think he's living with Robert's living having the affair, and he's realized that Jill Quinn is the love of his life. So Sophia has to live with Mrs. Quinn. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah. So anyway, that wraps up this episode. I thought this episode was really good. Callie kind of okay. Jude okay. Brandon cat. I don't like cat. I like cats, the animal. But I don't like cat, the person. I like Cat McNamara. Catherine McNamara. But come on, I don't like her character in this show. It's just not cool. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Because have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next. The Fosters.